like I was saying, could you restate what your position here is?
Yes, my name's Casey Simpson. I'm the Piggott High School. My name's Casey Simpson. I'm the Piggott FFA advisor here at Piggott High School.
How does this farm sale benefit the people of Piggott?
It benefits our FFA chapter first and foremost because we receive money from the commission, and in that way we work with the auctioneer and individual, and it allows our FFA members to do opportunities of going places and seeing things and seeing other activities. But it also benefits the town because we run a concession stand, and also it brings a large number of individuals to the community. We've estimated in years past anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 people that come to Piggott, Arkansas for this. And talking to restaurant owners and to the different places in town, they'll even tell you this is one of their busiest days of the year is the farm sale, because they not only eat at our concession stand, but they eat around town also.
All right. How does this farm sale benefit Piggott FFA?
It allows us to be able to do activities with our students, such as leadership development events, where they do parliamentary procedure, creed speaking, and opening closing ceremonies, and do extemporaneous public speaking. And in that way they can compete at the district level and the state level. It also allows for our career development events, which are events like forestry, livestock, land judging, dairy foods, and they can compete at the district and state level. And it costs money to take large groups of kids different places, and a lot of this money is used for that. And then the final one is livestock. We show a lot of livestock, cattle and hogs mostly.
All right. Just real quickly, about how much does it cost Piggott FFA to attend all of these events in a single year?
In a year's time, you can look at anywhere between $8,000 and $12,000, depending on the number of teams and who qualifies and who doesn't.
And about how much does Piggott get from something like the farm sale? About how much money?
In years past, it's ranged from $7,000 to $15,000. I mean, we've had years that have been really good, and then we've had some years where the weather didn't cooperate and things didn't happen right, and we didn't make as much money. But anywhere in that area is a good idea.
Speaking of weather not cooperating, it snowed today. Do you think it had any effect on the number of people that attended?
I think this morning it slowed some people coming in this morning because of the snow, but this afternoon it was like truck after truck after truck started coming in, and obviously I think our last bidder number cards were in the 500s and 600s, and so you can usually take the bidder cards and multiply them by 3 to give you the number of people at the sale.
All right. How is the money received by the Piggott FFA? How do they get the money?
Okay, the way it works is we have the farm sale. We take a 10% commission. From that 10% commission, we pay all of our expenses, would be auctioneers, all the expenses. Then after all expenses are paid with advertising and all that, porta potties, everything that goes, then then the FA chapter and Gary McGee split it, which is our auctioneer. And he provides equipment and that to load. So it does us very well.
All right. Just a second, I'm trying to...
Smoke blows away.
No, it's the sun's getting brighter and it's making the shadow
Shadow be worse.
Yeah, yeah, almost completely blacked out. It's like trying to talk to somebody anonymous. All right, so I'm not really that concerned about the smoke. I'll air out my jacket later. All right, so you get about 10% commission. About how much does that? How long does that money last?
We do a really good job of rationing our money, because I have an idea about how many teams will go to district and how many will go to state, and then the different activities we do, we ration that money out, and it's usually a yearly basis. We usually use that for a year, and then we have a stock banking account that holds some extra money in it, just in case we have a bad year at the farm sale or something doesn't go right, that we have money to draw from.
Obviously, when it comes to keeping some of this money going, like, does any of that money go to the school, or does it only go to the Piggott FFA?
It goes to the FFA chapter, but the school does sell things here, such as buses and leftover equipment, things like that. And the school, we sell stuff for the school also.
All right. How does this benefit the Piggott community, other than just like people coming in? How is this money? Is this money spread out over the community?
Yes, because we buy feed for our livestock from Piggott. We also buy meals from Piggott. We use local community like Country Mart, to buy our Boston butts and all that. So a lot of our money that we make comes right back to the community, just for the fact of feeding students and hauling them places and buying fuel and all that on our trips and activities.
All right.
And the feed store, we have cows, and so we have to buy feed to feed the cows too.
Okay. About on average, about how long does this kind of money last for the school? We kind of talked about how it takes, anywhere between 8 to 12,000 a year, and you might get anywhere between 7 and 15. Do you have plans ahead of time for how you want the money to be issued out?
Yeah, we sit down with our officers and we budget out things for them, and they determine where they want to go with the money. And that's what we use with like Hannah and those other students. Like this year, they were budgeted so much for FFA jackets, and since all of them had FFA jackets, we used that money somewhere else for like an officer retreat and whatnot. So they're allowed, they see the budget, they understand what's going on, and then they direct what we use in different directions.
All right. About how much does it cost to go to like a conference per se?
Okay, so we're leaving Wednesday to go to the state career development events in Fayetteville, Arkansas. We go up there on Wednesday. We come home on Friday. The motel rooms are roughly right about $2,800, and then it's about $1,700 to $1,800 worth of food for the students to go. We pay for their meals.
For each competition that Piggott FFA might go to, could you do a very quick breakdown of how much each one of those might cost in total for each one?
Okay, our biggest one are the LDE in Fayetteville, and then our second biggest one would be our state FA convention. And this year we have about 13 kids going, and that one's going to cost us just a little bit less, right around $3,000. So you can see most of our budget's burned up just in that. Well, state fair, and then we have state fair cost us money to go to state fair, and obviously the livestock costs money. And then most of the fairs right around here, like county fair, district fair, and stuff like that, they're not as much money because we're hauling those animals from Piggott to there and coming home. Motel rooms and food is what hurt us mostly.
About how much would each one of those cost each?
It usually costs about $1,000 for district fair and about $1,000 for county fair.
And state?
State fair, you're looking anywhere between 2 and 3. Depends on the number of livestock. And some years we could have 10 cows. Some years we could have 1. I mean, and we have to budget for that. And that's where we come up with it.
See, what I'm trying to do is I'm imagining in my head kind of a pie chart and
how it all breaks out. Okay.
Yeah, how it all breaks down. Exactly how does this benefit, how does this benefit the students?
It benefits them in their leadership abilities and their skills. Obviously, the leadership skills in parley and prepared and extemporaneous public speaking really benefits an individual for the future business aspect of how to get up and present things and how to talk. The career development events help them in a specialized career setting like forestry, agronomy, dairy foods, electricity. Some of the electricity boys I've had in years past have went straight from high school and working for electricians, and now are in their internships and working as a journeyman for an electrician. So it specializes them in certain career settings. And then the livestock doesn't necessarily just teach them how to raise cows or pigs, but it teaches them the responsibility and what it's like to keep that animal for so long.
All right. What's your opinion of this year's farm sale so far?
This year is a surprising year. It started out wet and raining, and then it came back and we had snow at the end, but we had roughly over 870 items, so close to 900 items, and it's going to go into the night. Usually we're done by 5 o'clock. This year we'll probably be done by 7 or 8. So it's going to be a big sale. It's going to be.
Excuse me. So, there's going to be one tomorrow. What does the tomorrow look like?
Like picking up equipment or moving it out?
I don't know. It said on the sign. It said 7 to 8. I wasn't quite sure what. Usually, I wasn't quite sure how that.
7 at 8.
Oh, 7
at 8 a.m. It started at 8.
Okay. Yeah. So that was a tad bit of a confusing sign then. All right. Is there anything you'd like to say personally?
I like the students. The students come out to help. The students come out to work. They've learned a lot this week, and I want to thank Gary McGee for all he does, because it takes a special individual to work with students all week, especially if you come from a career setting working as an auctioneer. You got to say a special thank you to him because of the work and the dedication he's done. And I know that this is the 44th year of the FFA farm sale, and he's been in charge of all 44 of them. So that gives you an idea of the longevity he's had in this career. And so I appreciate all the work he does, appreciate the work the students do helping us cook and work and clean and get everything ready, because on Monday I'll have a busload of kids out here picking up trash. so it's a special thing to all of them, and then obviously the teachers at school have to deal with kids being out and all that and
All right.
stuff.
Let's see if I can think of anything else I'd like to ask real quick before I let you get back to what you were doing. That's a good question. About how long does it take to prepare for one of these?
We start generally the 1st of January.
Start the 1st of January, and then it's till right now on the...
Yes, we start the 1st of January taking consignments. There's a lot of phone calls that are made to get all that set up, and then we start contacting individuals that have brought stuff from last year. So what we do is we go back through our records, we call every individual that consigned something last year and ask them if they'd like to consign this year and if they had anything, and that builds up our sale bill. We print up our sale bill the 1st of March, and then we pass those out, and then from then, the last week in March, first week of April, we accept equipment, and obviously the food and all that's ordered and thought about all in that window. But we usually start the 1st of January.
All right. Well, that's about all I can think of from you. If I have any more questions, I'll be in touch.
Cool.